Hey guys, Adam here. So, iOS 14 just got released along with a ton of other, upgrades like macOS and, iPad OS and stuff like that. But I'm just going to be talking about iOS in this video, and I finally just got it right now. Now, before I actually start this video, I want to say that YouTube is terrible. I'm just kidding. It's not, they're not terrible, but kind of mad at Google, at YouTube right now because they put a community guideline strike while I was trying to live stream WWDC and do a reaction of it. Like, seriously? Are you kidding me? Why? Right? It's super annoying because I was trying to live stream it and I couldn't. Anyway, let's take a look at iOS 14. So first one I want to show you is the storage. So this is actually not that good because people who don't have a lot of storage, it's going to be really bad news, especially for older iPhones that have only like 16 gigabytes of storage. Because before, iOS 14 had 48 gigabytes. Now, I only have 42. So honestly, not that good. So now let's take a look at iOS 14. Here is the home screen. You can see a lot of things are different here. The first thing that you're going to notice is widgets, and that was the biggest thing of iOS 14 in my opinion. And you could see, basically, you can drag and drop widgets from this little screen over here. So let's just do, actually I already have some of these, but anyways, you drag and drop from here and you put it in here. So you could see on the top we have a little weather widget. Looks very cool. As you could see, you could switch between different ones. And this was actually in Windows Mobile. This is very similar, which is very good. I mean, I really like Windows, Windows Mobile, yeah. Really great. As you can see, there's maps right there. There's, some notifications, I guess, on this day, for different, photos. Oh, shoot. Done. So yeah. So now you can see the weather. And speaking of weather, let's take a look at the weather, because now we have a little bit of a design change with the weather app. This is not one of the biggest things, but this is an important thing, and that is now that it's kind of like dark sky, because actually Apple bought I believe it's called dark sky. They bought the dark sky app, so now it's a little bit different. You could see there's the high and low today, so now you don't have to see what the high and low is, down here. You can just see it up there. You're also going to see precipitation, so let's try to look at one that may have some rain. Let's look up New York City or something. Actually, let's take a look at Chicago, because right now, in New York City, it's not raining. So, looking at Chicago, as you could see the high and the low. You could also see the forecast right here, and actually could see how many minutes the rain is starting. So you could see every, what the percentage of the chances. You could also see it down here. You could also see the air quality has changed, like the air quality. You could see like all the things, I guess the air quality and what color it is, I guess, which is kind of cool. I don't really care about that, but still very cool. And a little bit of a new animation. If you click on this little weather widget, you can kind of see, kind of goes back to that little weather widget. So very interesting and very cool. You can see it's a really interesting thing, and I really like these widgets right here. I mean, you could see on my battery right here. So if you click on here, actually no, this just is just showing you the battery, so you don't have to, go up here, because that's another step. This is actually kind of catching up with Android if you think about it. Because with Android, you could really customize stuff, and now you're starting to customize things. So, let's take a look at some new apps. So, the first app that I'm going to be showing you, well, I think this is the only app I think that was actually released, is the Translate app. As you can see, if we type in hello for English, then and you could actually translate it to any kind of language, really. And you could change it to like Spanish or anything like that. It will say hola, obviously, or hola. Oh my god, I'm so bad with Spanish. Anyway, you can see it's very, very, very good. And honestly, it's really awesome. Look at this. There you go. So, and you could change this to like Chinese. What's up, guys? Adam here. Okay. Oh, it corrected itself. Very, very cool. And it's actually a really big competitor to, it's a very big competitor to Google Translate. So, I wonder if we could actually edit, okay, to do a widget. I don't know. Some of these we could do widgets, some of them not, but really, really like it. Yeah, so the next thing is picture in picture. So basically, let's just go into this YouTube video.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Oh, wow. It actually does not work for YouTube. Did not know that. This does not work for YouTube. Let's try this again.
Today I'm going to be doing...
Wow, that's actually not that good, but I tried it on Netflix, so I know it works on Netflix. So let's just try. Here you go. You can see right down here, so you can pause and play it. You can actually, make it bigger, make it smaller. This is what people wanted for a really, really long time. Now, I would have liked some sort of split screen multitasking, but picture-in-picture is still really, really cool, and I actually use it all the time on my OnePlus 7 Pro. So this is a really awesome, feature right here. And you could also, go back into it, or yeah, you can, if you play it, and then you could see very cool animation, and you could change it so while you're doing something else, like going to settings, or going into Translate or something like that, and you could just watch a video or something like that. Looking at news, as you can see, do your stuff, and you could exit it out like that. So awesome. So now let's take a look at Siri. So you're on the home screen, right? And you press and hold the power button, and as you can see, Siri is so much different, and it's really awesome. Instead of the full home screen, I would say it's much different. See if it...
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat?
Hey, got all of it. That's pretty awesome. So,
why, thanks.
Anyways, yeah, really, really awesome how you could do that. You could also do that with any kind of phone call. So let's just say someone is calling you, even though I don't have any service on here. Let's just say someone's going to call you, then it will pop down a little notification and say, someone is calling you, So very, very cool. So now let's take a look at the app library. Now, you might know this from kind of like the app drawer from, Android, kind of. Well, now there's an app library. And so this isn't really the same, but it's kind of the same. And as you could see, all the things in here, all your games. So this is basically, the point of this is, how at the third or fourth screen, you don't really look at those apps, or you might forget about them. Well, now there's the app library. So basically, you could see all your apps. It's actually what happened on Windows Mobile, kinda. It's kind of similar to that, but it's also kind of similar to, anything like, kind of like Android. I kind of forgot what I was going to say. Yeah. So let's do an example. Let's just say you wanted to search for, the App Store. Well, then there it is. And see, as you can see, you have your whole list of apps right here. And it's very, very helpful in my opinion, because a lot of times that same situation happens to me. That's why I use the app drawer on Android. And so now I have a solution to that because now it's on iOS. So now let's look at the Messages app. So the Messages app has had a big redesign, and the one thing I'm going to show you. Here you go. So as you can see, let's just say we wanted to pin someone because we thought, oh, they're the most important, right? Let's pin that to here, and as you can see, it's the most important. Now this usually works with a lot of conversations. Now I don't use this as a main device, so that's kind of the problem. I did a little challenge where I used it for like 2 days, but to be honest, I never really used it. So yeah, it didn't really work out there, but you know, that works with anything. So let's just say you wanted to do it with here, and so you would pin this. As you can see, a random number. Yeah, very, very awesome. And then also, you could just pin someone by just, going right here. You know how you swipe to either delete the message or, do not disturb? Well, now just swipe over this way, and you could get, you could pin them like this. So very cool. So now let's look at maps, and right here, let's just get a random place. And the first thing that you're going to notice is this thing called Look Around. Now, Look Around, as you can see, is kind of like Google Street View. It's very cool. Just kind of does the thing, except you can't move, which is a little bit annoying. But at least you can look around and see what it looks like, right? So, not that bad. However, if you kind of did want to look around, I guess this would count. You can, go to random places with this little thing right here. So if you click on this, then it takes you to this little, I guess, kind of binocular kind of thing. So you could zoom out and zoom in, and you could see the street view right there. So really awesome. So yeah, guys, there's a lot more to cover, but honestly, I can't really do it in a single video. There's some other things like the NFC tag reader, where you hold it near a specific tag and it, recognizes that you buy something, and then there's like mini apps and there's a ton of other things, but I can't cover it in just one video. Now, the last thing I am going to be talking about is the performance. Now, so far, the performance have been pretty good on, on here, on the iPhone X. But, on my older iPhone 7, it's actually preparing the update. So I can't really, cover that. But I will be doing separate videos of the performance and different stuff like that. Also of WatchOS 7 and also maybe even macOS Big Sur, even though I'm not really interested in that. And some other things. Now, this is the Apple Watch Series 1, so this is a little bit old and it might not show all the features. But I'll talk about that later. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Big day, WWDC, is always a big thing for me because I watch it almost every single year since about 2 years ago. Really, really awesome. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.